I am a server at Honey Pie Cafe. I'm going back to school full time. I'm going as a double major in biology and chemistry with a minor in physics to go as a pre-med major. We are a completely owner-operated roller derby league in Milwaukee. We're the first women's roller derby league in Milwaukee. Why I actually decided to join is because I was relatively new to the area, and I had come, my first two jobs were a nanny for an autistic child and a home health care worker for a 97-year-old lady who had dementia. So I didn't really get a social or meeting people in my new town aspect from either of my jobs. I thought, well, I need to find something that piques my interest here in Milwaukee, and I didn't quite know how to do that. I didn't really know where people hung out. I don't drink, so I don't go to bars. That's not really my scene, and it seemed to be kind of the big thing to do around here. It wasn't really anything I was interested in. So I saw a sign one day. It was a poster that said, Brew City Bruiser is entering their second season. We need our first round of new girls to replace all the ones that got hurt. And I thought, like, that sounds interesting. I played sports all through high school, and I grew up on a farm, so I've always been very physically active, and I thought, well, what better way to meet people than to be thrown onto a league with 80 different women. So I signed up. I had never even put on roller skates in my life. I've never even owned a pair of roller skates. And one of the girls who ran the league, named Servant Justice, called me up and said, hey, let's go skating. So I went and skated with her. She picked me up off the bench and told me to hang on to her and took off, and that's it. I haven't been off skates since. Yeah, it was scary. I was definitely a wall clinger for like the first 4 or 5 months probably. I would not let go of the wall. I just kind of like tracked the wall like this all the way across. But luckily I don't rely on the wall as much anymore. Oh my gosh, there's a lot of things. I'd say first and foremost, it's definitely it's an excellent form of exercise that I really don't think you could probably get doing anything else that I'm physically capable of. Our mission statement is that we accept women of all shapes, sizes, and abilities, so that's really nice. It's not ever intimidating going into a room like being the girl who can't skate, or skating next to someone who is a solid 100 pounds less than you, or everyone, there's a position for every player. Like the thin girl is celebrated for being so fast, and the big girl is celebrated because she can take up half the track and just knock people over. The other part is just making friends. You know, you're part of a team, which is a part of a bigger league, which is a part of a bigger nationwide roller derby community. And you really, when there's big roller derby events, like I went to Nationals in Portland last year, and all you have to do is have your logo on, and people will just come out, other roller girls from any city, just be like, oh hey, you're from Milwaukee, cool, we're from San Diego, or from New York, or wherever it is, and you kind of have a built-in network. You have a built-in to almost anything that you do. We have a lot of mothers. We actually have a team, one of the best teams in our league, that is, I think, like 60% mothers. We've got mothers of 4, mothers of 3, husbands, full-time jobs, social workers. We have a lawyer. We've got several PhD students, a lot of just continuing education students, a lot of people with, I guess you'd consider it like corporate or business type jobs, where you're definitely putting in 40 or more hours a week. Right before I joined, our oldest member, I think, was in her 50s. We have a grandma who is currently skating with us, who can't be 95 pounds soaking wet, and we've got girls, I'm in the 200 plus club, you know, that just standing next to them, it almost looks like you're setting yourself up for a funny photo. Like, so we do have a large group of aggressive girls who just go after people, but you know, there's a lot of different positions. Like sometimes just standing your ground and always being like that kind of home base for the girls that are going around you and hitting people, that's a very important position. Really, you know, I really think there is a place for absolutely any skill level and any person. It's nice because since we are an organization that's completely owned and ran by our members, we have a lot of different committees that then have to do things that you may have absolutely no no idea how to do. For instance, last year, for about a year and a half, I was the head of finance. At the time, I was like, well, I do this at my home. I have a cell phone bill, I have the Wii Energy bill, and I'm really good at paying those on time. When you're dealing with writing 15 checks a day, it gets a little hairy. However, that's an experience that I don't think I would have ever been able to have in any other organization. No one would pick me and be like, oh, hey, you've never done anything financial. Do you want to run the head of our finance office? So, I definitely learned a lot by doing that. You can try out some different stuff, and for instance, I know that I never want to do it again, and so that's a valuable lesson that I've learned from dealing with other people's money, so that I'm absolutely uninterested in ever touching anyone's money ever again. Just, you learn that you can do things that you never really thought you could. Like, I broke my leg on Valentine's Day in 2 places, and I was only off skates for 2 weeks, and I came back and I started skating again. I only missed 2 bouts. In 2 months I was bouting again. That's something that if you would have asked me pre-roller derby days if I could do, I would probably say no, but with the support of some of the people that are on your team, some of the people that are within your league, it goes a really, really long, long way.